DTI fam, what's good, baby? Out here in Florida, hopefully my car or my phone doesn't overheat again because it is almost 100 degrees out here. And I tried to take one of this and it overheated. So we're trying to do the what's it called? The max defrost thing on the front windshield so that way it stays a little bit cooler. But y'all, why did nobody tell me that Lizzo lost all this weight? Why did nobody tell me that Lizzo lost all this weight? Bro, I seen a fucking TikTok of her, and she's like, I'm shadow banned trying to do my song, and she's like, she says something in these new lyrics. Maybe I'll put it up here.
Bitches Lizzo, call me Lizzie. I've been fat and I've been skinny. Bitches still ain't fucking with me. Never. Bitches Lizzo, call me Lizzie. I've been fat and I've been skinny. Bitches still ain't fucking with me.
And she's skinny. She look good. Bro, Lizzo, when did Lizzo lose all this weight? Ain't nobody talking about it. When did Lizzo lose all of this weight? And why is nobody talking about it? Bruh, the media, the fucking world wanted to put her on this platform for body positivity and embracing the bigger girl era, bigger guy era. Love your body, love your mind, love... Why is nobody now talking about the journey that she's on and all the weight she looks and how great she looks? Why is nobody asking her about her mental health and how that is? About how her concerts may be getting better, about how her energy might be more. Like, why is the world not talking about Lizzo losing all this weight? Man, I done talk so much shit because I'm like, motherfucker, like, why are they fucking putting her on the platform to talk about being overweight and all these different things and body positivity? I'm here for it. I'm here for people feeling good and being themselves, embracing it. But like, I'm also here for people to live a healthy, happy lifestyle. I'm also here for the reality that being overweight isn't really it. That like maybe the mental health that you have is because you're overweight or you're eating like shit. That maybe the poor sleep you're getting and all the medication you're taking is because of poor habits. Now, again, I know people have medical conditions and I know that it's hard. I'm not talking the extremes. I'm just talking like, why is nobody praising Lizzo for the work that she's putting in for herself? And asking, what's this journey? Why'd you start on it? What about when you used to say this and why are you saying this now? Part of me makes it seem like the world and the industry wants people to be overweight because they know the negative effects that it has. And maybe there's more money tied to being overweight. So they're like, let's get them coming back. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I'm saying we gotta see what's going on. Our girl Lizzo looks good, and I have talked shit about her because I don't agree with some of the things that were being said or the propaganda or the body positivity movement of being unhealthy. I'm not here for the body positivity movement of being unhealthy because if you're unhealthy, then your mental health struggles. If you're unhealthy, then your family struggles. If you're unhealthy, then your kids struggle. If you're unhealthy, then you don't have the energy to do the things that you actually want. If you're unhealthy, you could spend more time in the hospital than out of it enjoying what this world has to offer. See, that's the body positivity I want to be spread. And again, I get it. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it ain't possible. But let's take a step back and let's look at all of the good that that Lizzo's demonstrating right now. All the good of her losing this weight and setting an image and a standard. I just wonder why this isn't being vocalized on such a bigger level like it was the body positivity of being overweight and unhealthy. Man. I got to take back all the things that I've once said, and I don't know what they all are, but I know that I've disagreed with the stance of body positivity and LIZZO being overweight, because I know that's just not good for us humans. But that doesn't make me a bad person. That's not saying that I discredit any medical conditions that LIZZO might have, that I discredit the females or the males that have problems where they retain it, or family genetics. I don't discredit any of that. But when I talked about it, I felt like people thought that I was being mean and facetious and deceiving about perceptions and things that people go through. And that's not the case. I just want everybody to be happy and healthy, because that's the way life deserves to be lived. As we go through things and we learn, develop, and grow to become better versions of ourselves, which ultimately leave the world and the people around us in better positions. See, I'm not saying that everybody's got to go and do these big races that are high rocks and Spartan races and Ironmans. And I'm not saying everybody's got to step on a bodybuilding stage and compete in a strongman contest or a physique contest. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want the common everyday person, the person that just wants to live a healthier, happier life, have the positive influence and motivation around them to be able to do that, to be able to curate it. Because I'm telling you, when you start feeling better physically, you start feeling better mentally. And when you start feeling better mentally, you can start living your dream. You can start living your truth. You can start living your why. Because you have the energy, you have the charisma, you have the passion, the purpose to go after those things. But if you always feel like shit and you're always taking medication and you're always achy and groggy and you have trouble getting up and down, well, that's going to stop you from doing all those other things of living life to the fullest. And so that's the thing. It's like when you show up for yourself, you can show up for everybody else around you. Now, people might say, well, I'm doing it for me and blah. That's great. But like, you're impacting somebody. Somebody is watching you. Somebody is seeing you that looks up to you. That could be your kids. That could be your cousins. That could be your friends or family. That could be a neighbor. Like, we all have different people that look at us and view us in a certain way. And it's good that we have that, because it makes everybody better. It makes us strive for more. I'm doing things right now that some of my friends and family aren't doing. I don't discredit them. I'm in a place right now that some of my friends and family aren't in. That's fine. I'm not discrediting them. But guess what? There's people and places that I want to be, that I want to see, things that I want to do. We use this term motivation to like get us going, and yeah, I needed that. Well, you want to know what is not good about motivation? You want to know why motivation shouldn't be what you're striving for? Discipline is what you should be striving for. Is that motivation comes and goes. Oh, I saw this video of somebody working out. I'm going to go do it. Oh, I heard David Goggins say something to somebody. I'm going to go and do it. Oh, my Aunt Karen started this and really motivated me, so I'm going to go and do it. But motivation dies off. Motivation is something you're not passionate about, that you're not charismatic about, that you don't have the energy to truly go after, because it's not for you, it's for somebody else. But discipline is something that's ingrained in you, that you want, that you go after tirelessly, that you go after it no matter how you feel, good or bad, happy or sad, tired or energized, depleted, depressed. Discipline are those things that you do on a day-to-day basis to see through a vision that you have. The way you live your life, the things you consume, your work, the things you're striving for, what you want to leave as a legacy on this earth. All of these different things are fueled by discipline, not motivation. Motivation is like an employer that you fucking hate. You hope it gets better, but it never does. So you get motivated like, all right, this is the fucking time. This is it. All just to get back to the same scenario. Motivation is that thing that it gets the fire going, but then that fire dies out. But that discipline are the habits that you have in your lifestyle that are contributing and going towards what really matters. The business you want to build, the side hustle you have, the dreams that you want to travel the world, the social media page that you're building. When you truly want something and you truly believe it, weight loss, new job, significant other, new place to live. You do things daily so that way you can hopefully get there, and you go after it and you achieve it and you get it because you're putting in the action every single day. Motivation is like a plan with no action. Like, it sounds good, it looks good, but like you're not doing shit about it. So it's like pointless. Like, we all got that high school friend or that childhood friend that still talks about everything that they're doing and want to do, but like they're still in the same place. There's a difference between talking about things that you want to do and actually going and applying them. Actually putting in the habits, the daily routines that are going to get you there. It's setting the stage of what this big picture looks like, and then breaking that down and completing each and every little puzzle to be able to build that. Knowing that that vision's always going to keep getting bigger and it's always going to keep growing. And so, like, man, Dylan sent me a post not long ago, earlier today, and it's just fueling the way that I felt lately. For those of you that are new here, my name is Freddie Rittenauer. I am a part of and a co-founder of Desire to Inspire, which is building a bridge between mental and physical health, bringing on clients, bringing on people into our community to not only work on themselves, both physically, but also mentally, because through hard times and through going through life things, I noticed that when I was better physically, I was better mentally. And I was like, there's something to build here. And so Dylan and I created Desire to Inspire. That is going to be a world-known movement and brand. And I mean world-known, not that sense that it's got to be this multi-million, billion-dollar thing and it's got to be on the biggest stages. No, what I mean by worldwide and known, it's just like, hey, there's a person over here that knows about DTI, and they got started on their DTI moment because they got inspired from this story. They got inspired because they saw this happen with somebody. They got inspired because they heard somebody else go through something that they went through. See, DTI is about telling your story, telling your why. It's about working on yourself so that can work on everything else out there. So you can achieve your dreams, goals, and ambitions because you're working on yourself. So there's a passion, there's a deep-rooted sense on why I'm saying all these things. It's not to be controversial. It's not to be some sort of person I'm not. It's all solely focused because I think these things should be brought to life. I've seen what it's done for myself, so I'm just trying to help the next person be a little bit happier, be a little bit healthier, so that way they can then influence somebody as well. And so this brand that we're building is so fucking cool. I get on here and I do daily drive-bys once a week. They're going to start increasing. You guys are going to see different formats, different things. They're going to be worked on. But it's extremely cool because Dylan, other co-founder, Dylan does his run thoughts. He's a big runner, endurance athlete, and he's freaking killing it, getting ready to start training for his full marathon that he wants to go sub 3 in. So he's going to be documenting that. I'm documenting the daily drive-bys. We got our podcast, so go and check out our channel. Not every video is going to be something that you want to watch. Not every video is going to be something that resonates with you. Some videos you might be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? While other videos you're like, damn, I really resonate with this. I'm going to have the discipline to go and implement these habits into my life, because habits are the foundation that we can then build and grow upon. When you have the correct habits in life, you can see your dreams and aspirations come to life. And so everything mental and physical health, like, go watch the laundry list of stuff. This isn't our first rodeo. We've been around for some years now. But it's just continuing to elevate and spread the message of what we think other people can resonate with, other people can use to go and achieve their goals and dreams. And so Dylan sent me something today that just aligns completely with my mindset around life right now. I just completed last weekend the Chattanooga 70.3 Ironman. It was a great fucking experience. The story was not the finish line. The story was the journey that got me to cross that finish line. So I talk about that in recent drive-bys. 64, I think it is the one where I realized, like, there's 2 ways to show up in life. That's with or without a smile. So go and check that one out. And then we got a race recap posting this week on my experience in Chattanooga. So check that out when it drops Friday, or it might already be out. Go back and look. It'll be something titled around Ironman. But I've just been feeling this sense of like passion and gratitude around the things that I'm going for, the things that I'm building, both in my relationship with my fiance, within DTI with Dylan, the things that we're working on in the background. There's like when you start working on yourself, y'all, the creativeness just kind of like flows out. It just happens naturally. Like, it's not forced. It ain't something that you have to press. It just comes. And it's such a cool feeling because you're like, whoa, well, what if this? Whoa, let me talk about this. Hey, let me write a newsletter about this. And it all just starts flowing. And so Dylan sent me this message today, and I'm going to read it for you guys because it really hit me. It's, again, kind of like a way that I've been feeling lately, in a way that Dylan and I position ourselves in the way that we live life and the things that we do. And I think even just me reading this message will help impact you to get that drive to go and be disciplined in the areas that you want to, and the areas that you always talk about in life. Again, are you going to be the high school you where you're talking about what you want to achieve and dreams and all this stuff? Or are you going to be the person that puts action behind that plan to make it a reality? Because you can do anything you want to do. It's just, are you going to believe in it enough to make other people believe in it? And so lately I've just been feeling just, really fucking good. And he sent me this post that Andy Frisella, I think is how you say his last name. He is the CEO of First Form, and he is also the creator of 75 Hard. He's a fucking go-getter. He's real as fuck. He says what's on his mind whenever it's on his mind. It's always impactful. Sometimes it challenges the way you think, because a good thing is if somebody's challenging the way you think, or if you completely disagree with them, hear it out. See how you can view things a little bit differently. Not to sway too much, but just to think differently, so that way we can interact with all different sorts of human beings. So Andy Frisella he's just a dog, man. He's a dog. He's a fucking cold-hearted killer in a good way. Like, he gets it. He gets that not everything needs to be easy in life. He gets that not everything's handed to you in life. He gets that you got to put in the work to see the work. Like, there's so much good about him. I'm blessed because we're a part of the Legion Air program in First Form, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but his stuff's real as fuck. You'll definitely find it impactful. I wanted to say that about him because I'm going to be sharing a post that he posted. This is not my words. This is his, and I'll tie it back to my life. But what he said is, he starts out with this. He said, "They will never understand us, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Here is the truth about people like us. We are never done. The moment that things..." If you know me, you know I kind of suck at reading, but it's okay. Let's go, carry on. He says, "We are never done. The moment one thing ends, we are already starting down the next one. We don't celebrate. We expect. We don't let off. We press hard. We don't sit around and admire the damage. We look for the next target. Even when we win, there's that voice in the back of our head. You could have pushed harder. It's never enough. And that's the point. It's not about money. It's not about applause. It's about testing ourselves to see how much we can carry without breaking. It's not about proving anything to anyone. It's about truly understanding who the fuck we are. The high doesn't come from the finish line. What did I just say in the beginning of this? That's not the story. Man, the fucking journey to get to that finish line was the story. The high doesn't come from the finish line. It comes from the fight, the struggle, the pressure, the comfortable fade out, the relentless burn their name into history. I got chills reading that. And so why I wanted to bring this up to y'all is because during this Ironman prep, I learned so many different lessons at different stages of it. And it has positioned me to continue to move forward in the direction that I want, knowing that what I have up here is truly, what I want to get out there. But how can I make all of this come out and come to fruition? And that's how I look at life. That's how I perceive things. That's how I go after things. That's a mindset I wake up with. That's a mindset I go to bed with. That's a mindset that I take on challenges with. That's a mindset that I take on conversations that are tough with. That's a mindset of doubting myself. That's a mindset of worrying about what others think. The way you position your mind and the way that you go about these things is almost twofold. It's either you keep fucking going down, you be relentless and you go after this shit no matter what, or you be the person that's complaining about everything, that doesn't see the vision, that doesn't believe in this, that it's not going to happen for them, that it's why me? Why am I not here when I should be there? Why is it? There's two different types of way. It's like I said in the beginning of this, how you approach life is how you're going to receive it back. There's two ways to show up in any situation in life. That's with or without a smile. And what I'm saying by that is like the good, bad, and ugly, the happy, sad, and unknown, you have to approach them all the same way. Because if you let one of those stop you, you're letting yourself stop you from reaching everything else. Because one day you'll look back and realize this stuff that you're fucking worried about, this stuff that you think is important, actually isn't important. And so are you going to be 10 steps ahead or 10 steps behind? But if you're 10 steps ahead, aren't you still behind because you're still going after something? So in the end, we're always going to be behind? Because that finish line isn't the end. When you complete said dream, said goal, said business, said whatever, that finish line isn't the end. So when it's like, I just want to get ahead in life, I should be further ahead in life. But what does that mean when the only time that stops is when you're 6 feet under? So is it really worth stressing and thinking and overanalyzing so much about like the things that you want to achieve and accomplish in life? Because in theory, we're always behind. There's always somebody ahead of us. There's always somebody with more money. There's always somebody happier. There's always somebody better in a better relationship. There's always somebody going after their dreams that you think is an easy route. There's always somebody that has a better position or role. There's always somebody that has a better family or friends. There's always somebody that has a... When you keep thinking that there's always somebody, it pins you against the wall and against yourself. And if you're not showing up for yourself day in and day out, from your mental and physical health, from the things you want to go after, then how can you say you're really living life? And that you're really going to accomplish and achieve these things? I could go on for hours and hours, but the one thing I got to say is like, be proud of the good days and be proud of the bad days. Be proud of the overweight days and be proud of the unfit days. Be proud of the days where you need change, but the change ain't coming. Be proud of the days. Just be proud. And realize that we can literally shift this trajectory that we're on. It's all about how you show up for yourself and what decision you're going to make. And I'm going to tie it back to you can approach anything with or without a smile. And I'll tell you, approaching it with a smile is a lot better than not approaching it with a smile. And this is going to be something I continue to talk about. Because you have what it takes. You might be doubting yourself right now, but I know that deep down, you truly believe that you know that you have what it takes. You truly know that things are going to get better, that things are going to brighten up. You know that this is just a little glimpse of life. So realize that whenever you get out of this, whenever you persevere through, just like LIZZO losing the weight and going after her new dreams and goals, and people not talking about it as much, just know that you can go after those things too. You just got to believe it and want it bad enough. When you stack the habits, when you stack the wins daily, you'll see that life starts turning around. I just still can't believe that nobody told me LIZZO lost all that weight. Good for you, LIZZO. Good for you. And I wish the world would publicly announce it as much as they did when the weight wasn't coming off. Because maybe you were struggling through something, or maybe you were going through something in life, medically, emotionally. And maybe all you need is somebody to tell you this message. And I just wanted to say, even though you might never see this, I'm fucking proud of you. And I hope that you continue to impact men and women around the world. And I hope that we do as well. So, to live a better life, you got to live a healthier, happier life. What decisions are you going to make? How are they going to compound on each other? Have a good one. It's on.